WAT podcast. This is the fourth episode of season 2. So now you may be wondering why we are releasing another episode. Literally less than 1 week. I mean, a little over 1 week.
Yeah, we're breaking our every month, every month one episode kind of thing.
Yeah, because we're bored. And we feel like
we're literally bored.
We feel like everyone else is bored. So, maybe if you get bored enough, you'll be bored.
Yeah. I was asking Omar the same question, is like, how bored does someone have to be before they're desperate enough to listen to our podcast?
You must be like, shit. Gone through the entire
How many views
Netflix
do we
library.
get?
Huh?
How many views do we get? Like 2?
On
3?
average? Let's see.
Like last episode. Let's see, last.
YouTube Studio.
Let's.
We got 7.
Okay, now, this is what you do. Okay. You take that. You take the part where you're saying 7, and
17.
Okay. 700. Say 700. Okay. Say 700 now, and then cut it into when you say 7.
Well,
and say 700 quickly because 7 is a short number.
I was gonna say that 7. I thought we were like talking in terms of hundreds.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
So I said 7, and then you were like, no, 7. No, I was like 1700.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I was worried our numbers were going down.
Yeah, it's 1700, dude.
Yeah.
Just because it was tough times, man. I think, but I feel like this time we'll get maybe 1900 because now we're in even tougher times.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And are we still paying the people in Bangladesh to be the people who just get us views?
We just probably they need to.
Yeah.
They need the cash.
Well, we need to get views so we can pay them so that they can get us views so we can get money to pay them. It's a whole cycle.
Yeah, and we pay them to watch without ad blocker.
Oh wow, yeah, we're so generous.
Right, and then yeah,
we buy them YouTube Premium so they can have a download.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at that point, we're just losing money. We buy them YouTube Premium so they don't even have to watch with ads. So we don't get ad revenue. Okay. Then on top of that, we have to pay them to watch, so we're paying them double. At that point, they shouldn't even watch. Like they'll just be like, "Fuck it."
Hey, listen. We never said we're good at running a channel.
Business.
Yeah. Or this is why my dad was like.
Okay, so I
business.
I have a question, right? This is kind of a wild question. So if you were to start up any business, right? Like you don't have any financial issue, like everything is done, like capital, it's all there. The investment is there, like everything is there. What would you start? Who would you start it with? And if you were to have a celebrity who is like partnering with, who is invested in it, who would it be? You weren't ready for this.
I wasn't ready for this. I thought this was something coronavirus.
No. Listen, okay, I feel like coronavirus is the last thing that people should have on their minds.
I think it's an overdone topic. Okay, let me think about this. You see, the thing is, like, I'm trying to think of something. I'm thinking in both avenues, right? Like, I'm trying to think about something that I would like to do.
Yeah.
A business I would like to own.
Yeah.
Which doesn't necessarily mean it'll be like a very will make me a billionaire.
No. So this is like that. That's what I said. Like, you have everything sorted out. It's just like, so you're already a billionaire, like a bajillionaire or whatever, but you're doing this business on the side just so that you have a business that kind of makes you happy and whatever.
Then I would definitely start an esports team.
Nice.
I would definitely do something in esports, like either actually have like an esports brand, like Fnatic or something, which has teams in like tons of different video games.
Right.
I would definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do, or like I have always thought about this, and I was like, if I had like shit ton of money to spare, I would just like invest in CS:GO, like help, like how CS:GO has like a very low price pool.
Do they?
Right. Yeah, man. Comparatively to everything else,
they have a high price. Okay, if you compare it to Dota, which gets crowdfunding,
yeah,
that's a different case. But if you have like in general, CS:GO has one of the highest price pools because they have like so many tournaments in general.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And they actually have like 200K for the winners and stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, 200 or 400K, I don't even know.
No, it's 200.
Okay.
The only time it's 500K is when it's like the major.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I mean,
but yeah, definitely.
If you participate in like maybe 5 or 6 tournaments in a year, like one every 2 months, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah, but you also have to win those. Like a lot of teams participate but don't win. And they get like 10, maybe 10,000. But like, I actually wonder how they make it on, because you have to like pay for the flights for all those players to travel and then accommodation and everything.
Yeah, no.
Is that handled by the?
There's like this whole thing where, I'm not sure who said it, but like orgs do not make that much money.
Yeah.
Because they have to pay for salary. You have to, like some orgs pay for like flights and hotels and all that stuff for when they live there. Some pay for like housing and shit. Like if you're in a team house, you pay for housing and all that stuff. You pay for all this stuff. So they mostly get money off of like investors. What else? Then they make money off of sponsorships, brand endorsements, and all that stuff. But that's not a lot in general.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is do they make like enough? Like considering they have all these expenses,
right?
Do they make enough to cover all these expenses constantly? Like even buying players now in CS:GO is such an expensive thing. Like
buying out players is very expensive.
Yeah. Like it's wild money if you think about it. Just getting a player to come to your team.
Yeah.
So I actually wonder how much money they like, what their net profit is.
Some of them don't even have they all are in like losing money. Most of them. It's not money making business, I would say.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely one I would do. I would love to have like an esports, or if like that, or something very closely related. Okay, not closely related, but something else I would do is have like either my own CS:GO league. Like how recently they tried to start like a CS:GO league. What's that guy's name? The Scottish guy in CS:GO and LEC and stuff. Fuck.
Who?
Thorin.
Oh, the Irish guy.
Yeah, the Irish guy. Yeah, the Irish guy.
The Flashpoint League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how like, I would probably try to start my own like league, like CS:GO league that's just played constantly. And then
I wouldn't.
I would like have
I don't think that one's a good one because there's already so many.
Yeah, but like, depending on how much money I have, I feel like I can do a lot with that. Like, considering, imagine like replace my tournament with Blast series. Just take it as that because I would have more money than them.
Okay, fine.
Okay, maybe we should move on to something more relatable. But let me finish answering your question.
Right.
First is I would do something related to esports for sure.
Okay.
Because I love esports. I think I would actually also would want to maybe do something with football, but football is a very, very expensive sport.
Right.
But I would love to do something with esports. And I would ask you, because you just proved yourself, well done. That was a good pitch. You already you taught me a lot about starting the business and funding and everything. Mm-hmm. So you are hired. There you go. You are no longer unemployed. You have a job under me.
Thank you.
And which celebrity would I do it with?
Yeah.
I feel like I would do it with Drake.
But Drake is already taken, though.
No, okay. But does he? So wait, I have to pick someone who isn't taken.
Ooh. Okay, fine. Drake is okay. Drake is a
Okay,
suitable
I feel
choice.
like I feel like Drake has enough cash, and I feel like he's kind of stupid. Like I feel like I could milk him for some money. Yeah, I think I would purely pick my celebrity on how much money I can milk out of them.
Okay, what if you had to pick someone who is not taken?
Someone who is not taken.
Yeah.
Someone who... Fuck, I can't think of celebrities anymore. I'd probably pick Neymar.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because Neymar and like they all play CS:GO, so he would
yeah.
be into this. Yeah,
Sure.
I'd pick Neymar.
That's a good
If
one.
I had like an F1 team, then I'd pick Courtois.
Yeah,
Someone who can give me that bang. But yes, there.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, what would you do?
I have always had this this thing in my head where I would want to open like not an extreme sports, but like fuck, what's the thing called? Not an extreme sports, but like like an outdoor sports kind of thing. So I would have like like a paintball arena, and like stuff like that basically. So like you have like a paintball arena, like a karting track, what else? Just stuff like that, like stuff like, for example, in Nairobi we lack options. Like if you want to go karting, you go all the way fucking Langata GP karting or Rift fucking Rift Valley, which is even farther. Paintball, you go to like Bowling Green, but like that's just trash. It's just a small little thing. And then like I think, were you there with us? No, I don't know, but we went there one time, and like the guns would just run out of paintball like pallets and stuff. You get like 100 only, and they would just run out. They would get jammed quickly, like, and easily. Like it was just not fun sometimes. And so what I would do is like, I don't know if you watch these on YouTube, but like there's like proper arenas, and they have like different people have different loadouts. So you have like a sniper dude, you have like the normal guys, like it just, you have everything.
No, I know. I've seen like people have like pistols,
you have
grenades.
people like pistols, grenades, all that crap. So I would want something like that, and and it's like it's like CS:GO. So you have like rounds and stuff like that, and you play like whatever. But that is like one thing. In terms of celebrities, shit, this is a tough question. I think I would want to pick like damn, I honestly don't know like who. I would probably pick like an F1 driver.
Yeah.
Because they would just have like the knowledge, and I feel like they would be like perfect in promoting the whole thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I kid you not, I've had that exact same like thought, where like, but it's not like a business. It's more like I've always had this thought that I would have like, if I had like a shit ton of cash, I would have a house. I would have like my own go-karting like track, and then I would have like a proper like a proper paintballing ring where like there would be actually like a map kind of thing, like it's not just open fields, like proper, and then you'd have all the guns and everything. Like the one thing that I love is like Dude Perfect do these like paintball battles. And theirs looks so cool, like the amount of guns they have and everything. It's just incredible. So I would want something like that. So I kid you not, like that is an incredible idea. I would definitely come.
Yeah. So because you have that idea, so you're hired.
Yeah,
We've just hired each other.
Yeah, we're employing each other in our businesses.
Then
fuck! I had a question. that man. Oh yeah, okay, no, it's not a question. It's more just a thing that I was gonna say. But you can finish.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay, I was just gonna say like a second business that I actually really really want to have, and this would be a very tough. Like if I had the money, I would be very torn between one or the other.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to just start like a research firm that just does research of all kinds, like like it's just hired full of
everything.
people who just like just like okay, maybe not everything, but like there would be like certain segments of like mechanical research and stuff like that. Just
right.
a company that does research,
like an educational research.
No, just build stuff. Like for example, like I would like to have like part that just like did pharmaceutical research and they just made medicine,
right?
And, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just a place to test and build stuff, like a freelance. Like they come in, it's just individuals. They have their own team. They have this idea, and all they do is they come. They have like a platform to come and build their thing, and then
okay.
They move on to the
my question to this is like, so you own the facility, but you don't employ the people who come and use it. They just come when they feel like they need your facility.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. So I have all the resources you need.
Right.
Right. And I guess I would be okay with paying them as well. Like they come, they're like, we have this idea. For example, let's say someone comes and tells me, I have, something that I have this neuropharmaceutical research, and it's going to cure dementia.
Yeah.
And then like all I need is funding for like 3 years or something. So I'll be like, okay, you come, I'll fund it. No, we have like a trial period or whatever. See how the idea works out, and then I get a part of what, like if it ends up successful, then I get a part of whatever they make, and I'm willing to pay them and everything. But they come, they build their thing, and then like I'm kind of.
And then they go back. Get, like, so they only work for the period that. So it's on a contractual basis.
It's on a contract basis, yeah.
Okay.
So it's just So I've never fully like thought out like how it would work.
No, there's like many. I don't know like if there are in the UK, but there's many like like institutions that kind of do that, but it's in a very different way. So let me explain it, right? A few weeks back when I'd gone to New York, this is the first time I'd actually seen something like this. So we had like the meeting in this place called WeWork, right? And WeWork is like a collaboration space. So you pay a membership fee, and then you get to use their like office space. Okay, so the office space is like, it's like a huge building, right? And every single floor is one office. So you can go. So we, for example, had our meeting on the 5th floor or whatever. I don't remember. I think it was on the 5th floor, and we entered the office, and the office is huge. There's like 20 rooms or some shit like that. Everything is like fully equipped. Like they have MacBooks, printers, like everything. There's conference rooms. It's like an actual office that you would like legitimately have, but instead of owning this, you just pay for it in a membership fee, and then you don't own anything there. So you would just, once you're done with your work, right, you just switch off everything, and then maybe some other like company can come and work in the exact same place but have nothing to do with you. So the only thing that you pay to the company who is actually renting out the building is a membership fee, but you as a company come and use their resources. So maybe you don't want to pay for like rent at a building, at a business place, right? And you feel like you can do enough, you can do your work, like you can do work that doesn't need you to always be there in an office 24/7 or for a majority of time. Like you can go work for like 3-4 hours and come out and you're done for the day. So that would be the type of place that you would go to. So it's kind of the same, but yours is much more what would I say, much more inclusive, where people don't have to pay a fee. They just come to you with a contract. You agree or not agree to let them in, and then at the end of the day, you take a share of what they get.
Right. But yeah, I've always wanted to do that. Like I've just, and I mean, I would not take a very big share because I'm also a bajillionaire. I don't really care. And
Yeah,
this
I mean, yeah, at that point, like, if you're like fucking rich as shit, and you're just doing this as
a side
like a
project.
passion project, as a side
Yeah.
project, like you wouldn't care about how much money you actually
Yeah.
make from it.
But
You
yeah, but
just wanna.
I've always wanted this thing. Yeah, where just like it's just a hub for research, like all different types, like
Right.
physics, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know what celebrity I would get to endorse that.
No, that's a
Definitely no.
different. Probably like Bill Nye or something like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say definitely no Neil De Grasse Tyson because man that guy's an
Yeah.
irritating fuck. Jesus Christ. He'll be there correcting me all the time, being like, "Oh no, this isn't rare. Oh my god. Oh my god, this thing you think is totally cool. It's not even
No,
that
no,
cool."
no, no. So, yeah. So if you get a celebrity to endorse you, they don't have to be there. They just give you the
Okay.
money and that's it. Like their name appears on the website that here, this is the guy who fucking endorses us, and he shouts out your company every once in a while, or he appears in your ads. That's it. Like he doesn't
Okay.
do anything else. He
But
doesn't
that's
like
a
make decisions.
yeah, but that's even worse. Because imagine me getting Neil deGrasse Tyson in an ad and it'll be like, oh my god, this thing you're saying is totally not right. Let me tell you what it actually is. And him being on the website and him, oh my god, him tweeting about my thing. Holy shit. Did
Fair
you did you
enough.
see what he tweeted in like he recently tweeted, like lunar solar eclipses happen every 2 years, so they're not even that rare, so everyone needs to calm down. And someone was
Mm.
like, in North America it happens every like 38 years. Because like
Mm.
even though it happens somewhere in the world doesn't mean it's up like everyone is seeing it, so
Right.
for individuals it's rare.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, the Olympics happen every 4 year and they move around as well, but like
Oh
yeah, and no, and
no.
yeah, and no one thinks that they're that great, no one loses their mind over that. And then someone called him a pompous asshole, and he was like, oh, technically making correcting people's facts that I didn't know correcting people made you a pompous asshole. And then someone replied, making technical corrections, it makes you a pompous asshole. Like, not realizing the fact that for some people, like for individuals who live in America, it's rare. For individuals who live in the UK, it's rare. Like, people don't fly around to just see the fucking solar eclipses, man.
Yeah, but like, and it's not like it's broadcasted everywhere.
Yeah, it's not like we see it on TV and we're like, oh, look at the solar eclipse.
Yeah.
Such a fucking asshole. I don't know why he thinks he's so much better than everyone else.
Well, but probably because he is, in a way.
Yeah, is he really though?
It comes
Like,
with the career that he's
okay,
had.
now, okay, let me ask you one thing. If
Hmm.
his career is that great, name one incredible thing that he's done.
I
That's what
don't
I thought.
fucking know.
Exactly. Like I
Uh,
honestly, I sat there and I thought about it. I was like, why is he so well known? Like, I get it. Like, what? Like, how Stephen Hawking is known for a reason, right?
right.
Like, he's a celebrity and everyone mentions him, but he's known for his work primarily.
You're right.
What is Neil deGrasse Tyson's work? What is he known for? Is he just known for being an astrophysicist? Wow, my God.
Who writes a
Is he?
book?
Yeah, is he just known for being an astrophysicist who like shows up on TV shows and stuff like that? Because I feel like
Right.
that's how he got famous. It's just people started seeing him on TV shows.
Probably.
Yeah, but like if I ask you that question of like, okay, yeah, and you can use that same example. If I ask you what Stephen Hawking's work is, it's on black holes. If I ask you
Yeah.
what Neil deGrasse Tyson's work is, you're like, huh, I don't really know.
He just
So
comes on TV.
yeah, so that's my point. Is he really that great?
But the
Is he
thing is,
really that?
right? The thing is, okay, so if you have those two people, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you have, I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson gets his, like, whatever, right? His attitude or
Yeah.
his personality from the fact that he has been on TV, and TV personalities can be like that in a way. Like if you're
Yeah.
just a normal scientist person, right? And you've appeared on TV multiple times giving lectures or whatever, and then you've
Yeah.
written books and shit like that. I feel like you get the confidence of like showing people up, where you're just like, I know more than you, blah blah blah, I've been on TV, you haven't, all that nonsense.
Okay, but
Whereas
that.
Stephen Hawking has just focused his life on his work, and I feel like he hasn't developed that the cockiness that you get from like. So for let me explain, right? We have let's say it's me and you, okay? We are both in the same line of work, kind of, okay? Um, however, you have been on TV, um, talking about these things, right? And maybe I have spent my entire life researching about it, okay? But I haven't appeared on TV. I've appeared in a few documentaries here and there talking about these things, but that's it. People generally know me about my work, but people know you about being on TV. And the reason why I feel like that's much more, that gives that person who appears on TV a lot more, what would I say, credential, or no, I wouldn't say credential, but the authority to be more confident or cocky or whatever is because I feel like a lot more people have seen him, because TV is a much more accessible media compared to what I'm like. What if I just post my research on the internet? That's it. And like I post it in like obscure science forums and shit like that.
Okay, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's like I don't think that makes sense because like Bill Nye, the science guy, like he's very smart. You don't see him going out on. I feel like there are a lot of smart people that show up on, TV, that don't make a show about how smart they are. So I feel like those are completely two separate things. Like you can show up on TV,
no.
but you don't
I
have
get
to
they're
be an
completely
asshole.
separate things, but like okay, fine. But at the same time, it's like also about how you take that in, right? Like how appearing on TV changes you as a person compared to like. So you have now let's take Bill Nye, the science guy, and you have Neil De Grasse Tyson, right? Both have been on TV multiple times. Both are fairly clever. Both are fairly intelligent. But Bill Nye is much more humble, and much more nicer in general compared to the other guy. But that's also because how you take in the fame.
Okay, but so that's what I mean. Like at the end of the day, it's because Bill Nye is a modest, good person, and Neil deGrasse Tyson is just an asshole. Like it has nothing to do with TV or anything. It's just because they're two different sets of personalities. One's an asshole, one's a good, like modest guy.
Right.
Like
fair enough.
Yeah, like you don't see, like the Sheldon's girlfriend on Big Bang Theory, who's like a neuroscientist, right? You don't see her going on Twitter and like clarifying people, especially in this situation, being like, oh no, you said that thing about serotonin. No, that's not true. Da 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 da. Yeah, you don't see. There are tons of smart people. You don't see them, bragging their ass off. My theory is he's just afraid of becoming irrelevant.
Oh.
Yeah, that is my hot take on this issue, which is
hot take.
Neil deGrasse Tyson believes he's becoming irrelevant, which he is, because again, what work has he done that we know him for? Someone please tell me. Without Googling, if you can answer that question. Okay, if you're a physicist, maybe don't answer it, because at that point, you don't know him, out of like, you just know him because you study him.
Yeah, you know him because you study him. You don't know him as a general person.
Yeah, as a general person. Like if you've encountered his work while while learning in university or something, I don't think that counts. Because like I know people purely just because I've studied that, specific.
Right. So basically, if you're like a business major or whatever, and you know what stuff he's done, let us know.
Let us know if you can truly answer what Neil deGrasse Tyson has done. Let us know, and then maybe I will change my mind. But my personal
in the science field, not like appearing on TV and shit like that. Just like what research, what has he contributed to the scientific world, right?
Exactly. If you
besides writing, I know he's written a book which my brother wanted. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But that's
who
like
can't write a book?
Right. I mean, if you know about a certain something, a certain field, I feel like you can write a book.
Exactly.
You can write a 10-page book thing, and it'll still be called a book.
Exactly, but like you can still write a book, but not contribute anything of your own, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. You just compile sources from different.
So yeah, my hot take is Neil De Grasse Tyson is just becoming irrelevant, and he knows that because and that's why he does what he does. Hot take: if this gets to Neil De Grasse Tyson, fuck you. I've given my hot take. Yeah.
Yikes.
And he's going to come onto Twitter and correct me about something I've said in this podcast.
He's like, you motherfuckers don't even know what you're talking about. Do some Google research before you actually come in at me.
But you see, if I have to do Google research, then your work isn't that revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have to Google what you've done, like, obviously, there like a lot of things we read that, we'll see a headline, like I'll see it, like a headline of a research paper, and I wouldn't remember the author. But for someone who's that well known, I feel like I should know what their work is about.
Right.
Yeah, and that is my heart. I sometimes wonder, like, if our podcast had, like, millions of listeners, right? What would the implications of the things we say be? Like, if this got to
not very much. I wouldn't say people. I feel like just people would. Some people would be furious and be like, "Oh, you fucking assholes! Blah 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 blah. How dare you talk shit about like?" Some people will pull the race card just because he's black.
Probably. Who knows?
Because we are like Bill Nye the Science Guy is white, and then this says like just because he's black, you fuckers are like discriminating against him.
Can I tell you something?
What?
It's fine. I'm just gonna say it outside the podcast. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with race. Just to clarify, it seems super shady, but it's just something that's completely irrelevant, and it's not a racist thought. It's not anything horrible.
Just say it at this point.
No,
just say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Just say it.
I'm not just gonna say it. I'm not gonna
just say it,
okay,
man.
So moving on. If you can think what you want to think, but trust me, just take my word on it. But yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, so I sometimes wonder what I still think maybe like, like imagine you show up or you wake up and you're on a Snapchat story. Murtaza Namai, give this hot take, and then we're just getting millions of people tweeting at us. And obviously we're not women, so no one's going to be threatening us with death threats, So.
Wow!
Yeah. Second hot take. Honestly, the amount of abuse they face is actually wild. Like, Jesus Christ. And I always knew about it, but like you sometimes realize how bad it is. For example, I follow Achievement Hunter, right?
Right.
Yeah, and they had this thing which I noticed as well during their live stream, that anytime a dude would do something, they would be like, that's fucking comedy gold. Jesus Christ, yeah. And then as soon as a woman would do the exact same thing, and it was like a 12-hour live stream, so she would do it like 3 hours later. Everyone would be like, what the fuck is this? This cringe ass shit. Oh my god, just kick her out. Jesus Christ, why do you hire women? DDD. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I feel like that's in the gaming community.
Yeah, the gaming community
in general,
is so
people are
horrible.
just like that too.
Sexist as fuck. Then it's kill yourself, death threats. You fucking bitch.
I've seen that.
It's actually horrible. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We're not.
And the thing is, like, there's like two extremes. You have people who are like creepily drooling over them, and then you have people who are like, kill yourself, blah blah blah.
Oh, like, no.
Actually hating over them. And there's like, you have a few people in the middle who are just like, you know what, this is okay, like, let them live the way they want to live. But it's very few people. You just have like two extreme. The loudest people are the two extreme people. Like, two groups
honestly,
of extreme people.
It's actually very, very gross. Like how they like, and you know what's funny is, how there's this whole thing about nice guys, right? Like the whole nice guy thing. I like how they're always on both ends of the extremes. They'll be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Like, I just want to treat you right." And then like she's like, no, I have a boyfriend. And like, fuck you, bitch. You're an ugly ass motherfucker. I didn't even want to date you. Holy shit. Because I'm like, you're absolutely incapable of accepting that she just doesn't like you, or she already has someone that
yeah,
whichever significant other she has, like, how are you so incapable of understanding that no is a no? But I guess that's what we already know is a problem in our society. But yeah, it's actually I love browsing through nice guys because I love seeing that like straight transition from like I'm such a nice guy, and the fact that they're so devoid of their own behavior, like the fact that they can't see how horrible
what they're doing, what they're saying.
Yeah, it just infuriates me so much. But it's actually so interesting to see that like sudden like snap and being like, fuck you bitch, you're not even that hot anyway. I'm sorry I sent you my unsolicited dick pic, fuck you. You would be lucky to see a dick like mine.
Very
Man, how many gamers are going to send us gamer threats? Oh my god, you guys are Sims. Holy shit. Fuck you bitches.
You guys are Sims. We didn't say anything. We're just saying like, listen man, you can be completely fine. You don't have to be extreme about it.
Stop being a creep and stop being an asshole. If you had to like just say it,
yeah. That's a perfect way to.
Yeah.
I think on that note we can end.
I was gonna say we didn't talk about coronavirus, but we still talked about something serious. We distracted them from the coronavirus, but then we brought their attention to something just like something that's not even like coronavirus is confined. You'll be like January 2020, maybe even like November 2019 to like September 2020, however long it goes, and then I'll move on. And we're talking about an issue that's been like spanning 3 years, so we're not very smart, but we never said we were, so they can't hold that against us.
We did not.
All right, cool.
Thank you for listening to this week's, I guess, at this point now. This week's episode of the WAT podcast. We will see you next time, episode 5.
Very soon. Bye.
Very soon.
Very soon. Yeah. Okay.
Probably tomorrow.
Probably. You want to record tomorrow, Mai? I have so much things I have to talk. It's also really funny. In the time where I have when nothing is happening, I have the most to talk about. Usually when things are happening around us, you'll message me and I'll be like, what do we even talk about? But now
it's because like we need like we've started noticing stuff that's happening a lot more because we're just like our brains are so fucking idle. We're just like, okay, well, you need to take in every single bit of information that we can get from everywhere else.
Yeah, just to keep ourselves
whereas when shit is actually happening, we have like uni, we have other stuff to do, bills to pay, whatever, this, that, and you're just like, okay, I don't need all this nonsense in my life. Just think about the important stuff. So what happened? Like I was gonna say something very controversial, but I held my stuff, so we'll just let it be.
So we've said we both experienced a moment where we're like, just let those things be. Mine wasn't very controversial though.
No, mine is actually very
okay. On
I
that
feel like
note,
if I open my mouth,
I feel like you should say it and then you can just cut it out.
No.
Okay, fine.
No.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said that. Holy shit, I can't believe you said that. Holy
I didn't say anything. Okay. Goodbye. We're done.